And welcome into Waco, Texas, University High School. David Gibson. We're looking live at University versus, as I pass really complete right there. We're looking at University versus the Melissa Cardinals. Hey, everybody, David Gibson joining you here up in the booth on this beautiful sunny day. And I tell you what, it's the great time of day. It is bracket play. So this is one of those, this is not pool play where you're going to get more games necessarily. This is bracket play, so winner go home situation. Good to be with you today. Thanks for joining us here on Look Live Streams for this Premier Events USA Battle of the Best. And on the field right now is the University Trojans. Looking down the middle, short floater, incomplete, out a little bit behind him, but definitely should have brought that one in. Get another crack at it here in a moment. Brings up second down. Players have University wearing the all purple there, just right here in their own backyard. Scrolling left there, looking across the middle, floats it, almost intercepted. Would have probably been a pick six, but or would have at least been 3 points, but that one falls to the ground. And we'll have a change of sides, if you will, as the Melissa Cardinals offense will come onto the field for the first time. University will go on defense. Great to be with you, David Gibson, here for the Premier Events USA Battle of the Best. Huge tournament today here in Waco. 70 teams. Here's a snap. Looking. Nice out route there. Caught on the corner. Beautiful route, beautiful catch. He'll be tagged down there, but not before he is inside the 15-yard line. First and goal to go for Melissa. What a gorgeous pass on that flag route to the sideline. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. I'm ready for y'all pretty shortly, okay? That one falls incomplete. Going to be joined momentarily here by Charlie Cortez. Excited about that. Melissa knocking on the door after about a 35-yard pass there on first down, maybe closer to the 30. 4 wides to the right. Check out this formation. Looking that way. Now looking back. Going to throw right down the middle. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Melissa. And that looked pretty easy. So the 4 seed right now goes up 6-0 on the 5 seed. 4 seed Melissa Cardinals versus the 5 seed Waco University Trojans. They'll face the Tomball Wildcats, the number 1 seed, in the 140 game. So right after this one's over, they'll face that one. The winner will go on to the championship game to face the winner of the Waco Southern Panthers and the Texas Panthers. TXP. Actually, that's the Waco High team, I believe. Here's a pass. Going for 2, looks like. Back shoulder throw. He came down with it, I think. There's a wrestle for the ball. Wait and see how they rule it. And I think they're going to say no good. Looks like it was intercepted. Oh, they're going to give him credit for it, it looks like. Official came up, showed his hands up in the good signal, and so that looks like that's going to be a 2-pointer. So it's 8-0. Melissa on top here early. Clock at 10:34 here in the first half. First game of bracket play here in Waco, Texas, University High School. Now University will get a chance to answer. Balanced formation here, 2 and 3. Rolling to his left. Looking. Deep throw to the sideline. It's caught. Did he get his feet in? No signal yet from the official, but I think that he did. Players are moving downfield. Nice, gorgeous pass. Same exact type of pass that Melissa got their deep throw on early. Deep out there. That'll bring up second down from the 45. Here we go. Second down. This time a short out there. Brought in nicely. That wasn't an easy catch. Caught for about 4 or 5 yards. It was thrown a little outside of him or ahead of him and lower. Nice job bringing that one in. That'll bring up third down and about 10 for Melissa. Website's getting hit. Here we go, big third down for the Cardinals. Gonna go across the middle with it, caught. Very close to a first down. We'll wait and see the spot, and they say first down. So nice pass there on the slant across the middle, and Melissa moves the chains. If you're just joining us, this is the first round of bracket play here in the JV division. A 4-seed Melissa versus the 5-seed University Trojans. They'll take on the Tomball Cats after this one, the Wildcats, in the 140 game. On the other side of the bracket, Waco and the Texas Panthers. Here's a rifled pass across the middle, nearly intercepted by the Trojans. Would have been 3 at least, but off the hands, it was a little high for him. Couldn't quite bring it in, and that'll bring up second down. Wides to the near side, 2 to the far side. Coach signals in the play. Quarterback looking. This time deep, right corner of the end zone, wide open, just off the right hand of the intended receiver. Well, tell you what, the Melissa wide receivers are running some great routes. They are open just about every time. It's simply a matter of quarterback finding him. And so far, he's done a terrific job with that. Slightly overthrown on that one. Here we go. Big play here for Melissa. Once again, clock nearing the 4-minute mark. 8-6, Melissa on top after an early score. University answered. They did get the ball first. University did. Here's a pass going back towards the end zone. There's a man there. Once again, slightly overthrown. Boy, I tell you, I don't know if it's an issue of just waiting a half second longer or if it's an issue of putting a little more air on it, but either way, the University Trojans have held on defense, and they'll get a chance to take the lead here before halftime, trailing by 2. Here we go, first down Trojans, rolling to his left, setting up like he wants to go deep. Now he settles for the short route. Good coverage there by a couple of the Cardinals, but it is caught for a pickup of about 5, so everything you want here in 7-on-7, as you know, is just to keep moving the ball forward, although I think they're going to maybe say 4-second call. There they are. So they're going to wave that completion off. Here they go, second down and 15. This time looking this way, back towards the middle, wide open, near the first down marker, tries to make a move, which is that typically doesn't pay off unless you've got elite speed and athleticism, and so he's going to be tackled maybe a yard or two behind where he caught it. But the good news is for University is they moved the ball about, let's say we give them 12 yards there on that completion. They desperately needed to get something there, and they did. Third down, quick dump off pass. Gonna have the first down, still going a little bit, and they'll move the chains.
Two minutes left in the half.
Here we go, rolling to his right now. Gonna run out of time on that one, just simply eats the ball that time, and that'll bring up a second down, I believe. You got it? Okay. Still 8-6. About to go under a minute, so University's gonna need to keep the pace up here or take a shot to the end zone fairly soon. Big play. Looking to his right, cross the middle. Low throw. Couple of players went forward down on the ground, and we're going to have a pass interference penalty on Melissa. So that'll move the chains and pick up a big first down. Inside the red zone are the Trojans. Running out of time, though, 31 seconds. Remember, this is bracket play, fans. This is not pool play. Big situation. Into the end zone, nearly picked. Dangerous pass there, thrown into coverage. Terrific job there by the safety, kind of drifting over as that ball's thrown. Here we go, last play of the half. Can they take the lead? Across the middle, into the end zone, caught near the touchdown. Is he in? They're gonna say he's just short. He's literally a yard short. And time expires, Melissa holds, and they go to the halftime with an 8-6 lead.
2 minutes, we're gonna start coaches.
We're gonna have a 2-minute halftime. We'll take it to a commercial break and come back with more of the Premier Events USA Battle of the Best here in Waco. David Gibson on Look Live Streams. Back after this. Coming back. Welcome back into Waco, Texas, University High School. David Gibson, pleased to be joined now by Charlie Cortez and Albert Garcia, co-founders of the Texas Youth 7-on-7 State Championships. Guys, great to be with you. Could not be a
more beautiful day for 7-on-7 football.
here in Waco, Texas. Thanks for joining us here in the booth.
You got it, buddy.
Thank you.
So, what are your thoughts? I mean, you got what 1,200 players or something along those lines out here today. Gorgeous day. What are your thoughts?
Phenomenal day. What Eric has driven to put in. How many? What was the final tally?
69. Just
69
under 70.
teams for a one-day tournament.
It's crazy. That's awesome.
When we pulled into the parking lot, we're like, oh.
Yeah, that's the biggest one-day tournament of the year, bar none.
That's awesome.
It's unbelievable.
For a one day, that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I know what's fun is to see you guys all working together to build this sport, and for us to be able to come along and look live streams to promote it in a way that it deserves, because this is first-class football in the state of Texas.
First class. We've been coaching so long that me and Coach Garcia, when we first started coaching, we'd show up with a 4th grade group and have to play in the 7th grade division. And we did that for years.
You don't have that problem anymore.
No, not anymore. No. It's just it's but that's for us to have seen it grown like that is what's amazing.
Beautiful deep pass there by Melissa. They're already inside the red zone. So 1st and goal to go for the Cardinals. Looking down the middle of the field. Short pass on the quick slant. Manages to get away from a man temporarily, but he'll be tagged after a pickup of about 5, and actually that is the first down there. It was 1st and about 2 to go, and they pick up a few. So,
and that's a perfect example with Melissa. This is the first time that they've come to Central Texas.
Awesome.
Okay, in a program like that that's booming, you see the growth all going out there in the Metroplex, but Melissa's just growing by leaps and bounds. And for them to be here in Waco, that just goes to show.
Roll out here to the near side, towards the end zone. Got a man wide open, but can't bring it in, and that's been kind of the story for Melissa. Just barely off the fingertips there. Their routes are looking terrific so far.
It's just manipulating the defense, and and what I love about that is that's 2 school-based teams. So that's one thing that our tournament, the state tournament, we created it to have a place for the school-based teams first, because we always, we're school-based guys, and we always had to play select and open, and when we put our tournament together, we did that with the school-based teams in mind first. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody in the select and open world, they know us because we've coached just about every team, but Melissa and University here playing on a Saturday afternoon, the school-based teams are starting up in April, but January, February, and March are owned by the select teams, and we always played early, so we would take our school-based teams, and we jump in the fire, kind of like the Woodlands. You got the Woodlands, College Station, Lake Travis, Westlake,
tons of times.
Yeah, Highland Park.
Great games.
Your traditional that that they'll play against anybody, and
those are big-time programs.
Yeah, big-time programs.
Look at this formation from the Cardinals. 4 guys left, looking that way.
He's got him open in the
corner of the end zone.
Oh,
can't find him.
You heard that, parent?
Yeah, that's a little coaching right there.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
So, Albert, tell me a little bit how you and Charlie kind of got together on this and started, because this is no small endeavor. I mean, you guys, this is almost a full-time thing by itself, right?
We've been together for years now, and it started years back. And I met Charlie through my kids. I heard about him, didn't know him personally. And then we got together, started working a tackle football team. He was already in tackle. I was in tackle in another organization. And then once we got together, we hit the highway going.
Where were y'all located at the time?
College Station.
College Station.
Yes,
okay.
And y'all still down there, right?
We're in the Mecca. So College Station is the Mecca 7-on-7.
Well, we're looking forward to the state championships down there later in the summer, right?
Oh, yeah. First weekend in June.
Here's a pass deep in the end zone. Got another man there. This time he brings it in. Touchdown in the right corner. And Melissa extends that 2-point lead to 14.
That was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, they finally kind of got that timing down, didn't they? And that's what this is good for, right? It's about timing and familiarity with receivers, route running. It's a great sport.
It is a beautiful sport to keep them, to have a football. This is baseball season.
Right.
And I'm a baseball guy by heart, but once you start playing 7-on-7, it allows you to keep that football in these kids in their hands. And programs like University, like Melissa, these guys that are coming on, if their head coach understands, this is where you want your kids on a Saturday afternoon. Pitch and catch. I mean, how many guys tell you that? Everybody tells you that.
I mean, we were talking to Charles Hitchens out there in Marlin last week, and he was just saying, like, not only is it great for those reasons, it is, but it also keeps these kids, like you're saying, engaged. And a lot of times, man, these kids lose interest at this time of year, and at this point, they've got a reason to stay engaged in school and do all the right things. There's a pass into the right corner of the end zone, touchdown. And 1-point conversion.
The conversion.
Yes.
Charles is a very good friend of mine. What he has done in Marlin, what the whole coaching staff is doing in Marlin, is unbelievable. But Charles, I've never seen one guy, and I told him this last week, I've never seen one guy just totally burn, and he's on fire with the recruiting.
You're
recruiting
right.
Marlin.
You're right. He's passionate.
I mean, I've seen more colleges in Marlin in the last month than I've seen it at big 6A schools.
And it helps they have Darian Gillette out there right now too. He's a big time.
They've got some phenomenal talent there.
Look out, alone behind the
going.
defense, just underthrown. But he was there and couldn't quite bring it in. David Gibson, Charlie Cortez, Albert Garcia here in Waco, Texas. 10 minutes left in this first game of the bracket play. So let's see what we got here going on. I had the brackets on the screen a while ago. This is a 4-seed Melissa versus 5-seed University, and they'll click on Tomball Wildcats next. Winner of that game, of course, will be in the championship game.
That's great.
Opposite of the Waco, I believe, is that Waco High and
is this
Texas Panthers,
is the 8th grade or JV division? Oh, nice.
Down here a little bit.
Nice. Well, these are kids you'll be seeing in the SQTs next year, and that's what the high school coaches got to be seeing. Right now, these kids are getting rep on the JV division, so they already have a year. Then next year, at playing as a team for a school-based team, then next year, all that work they're going to have. The SQTs are getting harder and harder. Not only to qualify, but then to make it to state, because now you got so many more teams playing. Your Blue Bloods, Westlake, Lake Travis, College Station, Woodlands, Highland Park. Now you've got, look, Melissa's getting reps. University's getting reps.
Yep.
You better be ready next year. It's just going to get tougher and tougher to win that.
Drag route across the middle. They're completed after a bobble. This is kind of do or die time for University. There's about just under 9 minutes left, and they're trailing right now 15-6.
Yeah, it's point differential. They got to get something here.
Yep.
Now we're still running 15-minute halves on the.
That's right.
Yeah, nice. So they got to score here, because then you're going to get in their time differential. They got to.
There's a drop off. Man open, just simply couldn't bring it in. Hit him in the hands. 8:30 now. The clock continues to run. Here at the Premier Events USA Battle of the Best, and it is truly that today. 1,200 players in Waco, Texas. 69 teams.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. I got a little wind in our crowd mic there. Right corner of the end zone. Going to be a jump ball there, underthrown, nearly intercepted, incomplete. Now you guys have a hard time seeing the corner over there.
We're good, yeah.
Fine. Plenty of football to watch.
So what you think, buddy?
Hey, this is so much fun.
Isn't it?
Yes.
It's.
They talk about basketball on grass, but it's more than just that, right?
It is.
It's a lot more to it.
It's the colors and the pride and everybody out here trying to get better. And
that's the beauty of this game.
And I tell you, the thing that also gets me really excited is the potential to kind of tie into recruiting, because this is important for students to show out and get more exposure. And the fact that we at Look Live students can help with that, man, that makes us feel really good here. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, anybody that knows,
it.
You get on Twitter on a Sunday evening. And Sunday evenings is a hot day for Twitter with 7-on-7 during 7-on-7 season. I mean, these kids are just burning it up, and I mean, it's if you want to see something fun, get on Sunday afternoons.
We'll do it.
Get on Twitter, and it's just it's on fire.
For people at home, like, what would be some follows that you would suggest to kind of get in the stream, if you will? Are there certain, like, tagging you guys, for example, or
it's the Champions League. Eric's on there all the time.
Okay.
You got obviously Premier Events USA.
Right.
The Texas Youth Championships, Game Breaker, which is a national sponsor. You have your circuits that are out there. There's three. In Texas, there's 4 main circuits. But what's funny, in the 7-on-7 world, all the major circuits are guys out of Texas. All of them are from guys out of Texas.
Yeah. I mean,
so
makes sense.
That's what a lot of people don't know, is that Texas we're the pioneers when it comes to 7-on-7. Not only the most teams. I'm just saying that everybody with a major circuit comes out of Texas.
Well, the 2 starting quarterbacks in the Super Bowl this year.
Yes.
Both from Texas, and
yes.
You can't tell me it doesn't have something to do with this.
Well, and I tweeted both of them. One of them was out of Austin. And he's a huge proponent of 7. He says that if it wasn't for 7-on-7, I wouldn't have been as sharp early on.
Mm-hmm. Quick out there by Melissa. They'll pick up about 3 or 4 o'clock running, under 7 minutes, though. So if you're Melissa in this situation, right, you're up 15-6. I mean, how do you run clock here?
First, well,
or do you run clock?
Well, yeah, but he's got to chop. We got to get a first down.
We're live, right? We
Yeah.
can't tell secrets here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Good point.
No, I mean, we would chop. Just chop.
You got to catch
Complete
balls
them.
on first down.
Exactly.
I mean, you got to get first downs too, right? You chop
Yes.
too much. There's a pass across the middle. What a throw! But he couldn't quite bring it in across the
So
middle.
what down was that?
Second down.
Second down. So now he's in a 3rd and long.
Right.
Okay. So he needs about 7 yards now. Even if he got 3 or 4
Closer to
yards,
13,
now he
I
would
think.
be looking at 3rd and short.
Yeah. Right.
So this is a big play
You're
for
right.
University.
Great point. So taking that shot is a risk.
It's a risk.
Yeah, you
yes.
got it right.
Yes. It's a risk because now this is the play of the game. If University can stop them here,
they got a chance. Right?
then they got a chance. If Melissa converts the first down, now it's a 3rd and 7. And any defense, Albert's our defensive guru. He'll tell you this is a situation he wants to be in.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, if it's me right here, I'm hoping for a pick and take a knee, get the 3, and get a chance to go back on offense. Here's a pass, nearly picked, just like we had
That
said.
should have been picked right there. Boy.
But still, a great hold there by
Exactly.
University, and they get a shot at it.
Yeah, now he gets a shot at it. It should
under
be a
5
flip.
and a half.
This is so that was. I mean, they get. What's the score now?
It's 15-6. So so we're talking about a 9-point difference.
Yeah, but see, if he would have caught that ball,
Right.
it would have been 3 points.
That's what
right
I was
there.
saying.
That
Well,
would've
and that's
been a
kind of
game
the
there.
strategy that we talked about, right? I mean, if you're behind in that situation and the kid takes it back for a pick 6, now the other team gets the ball.
Yeah.
So the strategy there is take the knee, right, and then go back on offense.
Yeah.
So you have a chance.
Exactly.
At that, right?
Take the 3 points and get the ball.
Right. Mm-hmm. Under 5 minutes to play here. David Gibson, Charlie Cortez, Albert Garcia, the founders of the Texas Youth 7-on-7 State Championships. Really happy to have them in the booth with us this afternoon. Here's a short dump-off pass.
That's good.
Yeah, about 6 or 7 yards.
And that's what you want to do.
That's what you want to do on first down.
Yeah.
That's.
Of course, they're in a little different situation than Melissa. They do need to quick
Yeah,
strike
absolutely.
if possible.
How much time you have?
4.5 minutes
Okay,
now.
he's
Oh
got
man,
time.
he had 4 seconds there.
He's
Called
got-
it back.
Oh, he did.
Oh, sure did.
Really on the dump?
That was quick.
Wow. So now he's got to get 7 to 8.
Yeah, that's a great point. You don't want that 3rd and 15 if you can stay away. He needs to really get rid of it now. He does. Incomplete in and out of the hands.
He didn't set his feet.
Yeah. And it's interesting because on the field today, what I've seen so far, in my opinion, University appears to have a speed difference. But I don't see the same precision in route running, so they're not quite getting the same separation that Melissa does. But Melissa has been unable to get the pass there. You know what I mean? So
And what you just so that is one of the things on this game is you don't have to be the fastest team, but you gotta run your spacing.
Right.
And if you can run your spacing, even the slow guys they can catch balls in space.
Illegal procedure against University, and that'll be
Oh,
a
they
turnover
flipped
on
it.
downs.
That's going to be the ball game
Yeah,
there. If
that's
Melissa
tough.
can score one first down,
Yeah, their only chance at this point is an
interception, and to get
Yeah,
the ball back.
right.
Yeah.
It's something we talk about all the time. You don't have to be the best athlete to play this game. You just got to be the smartest.
Yes.
If you're the smartest.
You know what? And work, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you make yourself an excellent route runner, a guy can be a 4-5 guy, and you can be a 4-6 guy and get open, and that can be the difference.
Absolutely.
Covering zones.
Yeah. So the 3-point rule on interceptions, that's new this year, right? What are your thoughts on that?
It helps. It helps with guys like me if I get a lead. I'm gonna drill the clock, and Albert loves it because he's with him on the defensive side.
Right.
It gives his guys.
We played different tournaments where the defense scores too, and that's awesome. We have a great time. I mean, there's some games offense cannot produce, but defense will step up, and vice versa.
As a matter of fact, Eric mentioned that their very first year they went up to Dallas, they didn't score a single touchdown and won 15 to something because they had 5 picks.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But I
Absolutely.
love that because to me it puts more pressure on the offense. You can't just throw a ball away, and it makes defense an important part of the game.
Absolutely.
I love that too. Here's a pass. This
Great
is
play.
trouble. Yep. Going to be first and goal to go inside the 15 as we dip under the 2-minute mark. David Gibson, Charlie Cortez, Albert Garcia here in the booth. Waco, Texas for the Battle of the Best. Huge tournament. Biggest ever? Is that what you said?
Biggest
Charlie?
one-day tournament of the year right now.
That's incredible.
And last year Eric hit it also. I mean, with Premier, they just. I mean, for a one-day tournament to have even to have over 50 teams is insane.
Yeah.
Especially for us that run tournaments. I mean, but this is a one-day tournament, and he's running. I think he told me earlier he was 6 minutes ahead. I mean, he's a stickler for time.
Yeah.
That's the way you've got to do it when you got this many teams.
The man is a machine.
Exactly.
He really is.
Exactly.
Pass across the middle, drag route completed.
Nice drag route.
And I think he's going to be stopped short of the goal. About to dip under a minute to play here.
Oh, they're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that's
in a good
it's.
spot.
Now it's just a minute. Yeah. Right.
You just don't want to give up an interception and let him.
Yeah.
He's on time.
That's
1
right.
minute he can run
I mean,
one play.
You know, the running clock makes this a really interesting situation, right? I mean, a score and then going to the extra point, and you've just about burned up the clock, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's a different game, but I love it.
When you get ahead.
Yeah.
When you get ahead, and this is now, I mean, even if you get ahead and you get that interception, that's when it hurts. But if you get ahead and somebody gets an interception, they don't do a pick six. Well, that I kind of do like that rule a little bit because it makes you. What's he gonna do? You just burn it.
So yeah, went to the back corner there. You know, guys, I know a little bit about Texas Champions League, obviously, because my connection to all this is started with Eric. Now Kurt Limley, I'm learning more and more about Premier Events USA. I don't know yet because I haven't had much time in it to learn
Sure.
about the Texas Youth 7-on-7 State Championships. So, talk to me about your league. What's kind of if there's any particular emphasis in your league, or just what I know you guys are down in College Station, so but talk to me about y'all's league a little bit.
Well, that tournament, the city of College Station approached us about 4 years ago. There was a tournament that backed out a soccer tournament, and the guy from Parks and Rec calls. He knows that me and Albert. We're practice. We practiced where we could at the time, and he said, "Hey, I got a hole here." And I always asked him. I said, "Hey, is there ever a spot?" I said, "We'll take it." And he just told us one day, and I called him and I said, "Hey, I can't do this without you." And he was like, "Brother, let's do it." And from there on, it went. That first year, I mean, I think we ended up with 28 teams. Very first year, in like within 90 days. And just because of the relationships that we've had, I mean, we've been doing this a long time.
That's what I've noticed is how well connected everybody in 7-on-7. Because you have to be, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a handful of guys, and there's a handful of guys that have been doing this for a while that are now here putting it out. I was just telling Albert earlier, this is my last year to coach because we're doing all the tournament stuff. Mm-hmm. He's got a younger one, so he may stick around a couple more years but it's been
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Eric called you the mastermind, I believe.
We've been around.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about earlier, we've been around long enough that there was a handful of teams, and every tournament you went to, that's all it was. And we were fortunate enough when there was just one big tournament. We won I think 3 state titles with 3 different teams. And I'll tell you, and he'll tell you, the only guy there's only one guy that's won more than us, and that's Don Smith. And I call Don Smith the GOAT. He's a good friend of ours. And but besides that, I mean, we've been there, done that. And to see this sport where it's at now is amazing.
Yeah.
And I told a rep the other day, I said, it's the fastest sport in the United States.
Yeah. Definitely. Let's tell you what, we're between games, so let's take a quick commercial break. David Gibson, Charlie Cortez, Albert Garcia, Eric Strelski just walked in the box as well. We'll take a commercial break and come back with more of the Battle of the Best right here on Look Live Streams. Back after this.
awesome for playing games when you're a kid. When it comes to finances, though, who wants to be boxed in? Break free of big box banking. Come bank with locally owned TFNB, your bank for life. We're a community bank with customized relationships to fit each customer's need, from free checking accounts, money markets, to great CD rates. You'll always have direct access to the decision makers that don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach. Upgrade your banking relationship today. Bank your way at TFNB, your bank for life.
And welcome back into the 140 time slot here in bracket play at the Battle of the Best, Waco, Texas. University High School, David Gibson in front of 1,200 players and 69 teams here in this Premier Events USA Battle of the Best. And it has been a terrific first game there between the Melissa Cardinals and Waco University Trojans. Melissa won it, and they advanced to play the Tomball Wildcats here in our 140 game. Great to be with you here on Luke Live Streams. We appreciate you joining us, and we hope that you'll do everything you can to help us grow this sport. 7-on-7, a terrific way for quarterbacks, wide receivers to develop, to keep their timing, to continue all the positive benefits of what athletics has. And we've really seen and been impressed with this community, 7-on-7 across the state. Nobody does it like the state of Texas, and it's great to be a part of it here with Luke Live Streams. We are about to get things underway. Looks like Melissa will go on offense first. Tomball Wildcats, though #1 seed, so this would be an upset if, by seeding anyway, if Melissa were to win this game. Melissa on offense, waiting for the snap. They've got it. There was a little movement there. No call. Pass across the middle. This time it's complete. Tagged after about I'll give it 7 or 8 yard gain. So nice, conservative, but meaningful pickup there on first down. Clocking out the 14:40 mark here in the first half of play. This is the second game of bracket play. If you're just joining us, Melissa beat Waco University 24-6 in the first game. Here's a pass across the middle, also complete for another first down. So one of Melissa's struggle in the first game was just that short completion, and they're doing a much better job so far anyway in doing just that. They pick up a big first down here in their first series and moves the chains. First in about 14 here in the second zone. 14 minutes here in the first half. David Gibson with Look Live Streams, glad to be with you on a gorgeous day for 7-on-7 football. Appreciate Kurt Limley for picking us up here. That's going to be a 4-second call. I want to remind you this broadcast brought to you by Texas Champions League, as well as the Premier Events USA.com. Those two leagues, power leagues here in the state of Texas. Texas Champions Leagues run by Eric Strelski. Premier Events USA run by Kurt Limley. And they are doing a lot to advance the sport and to give exposure to these young players on the football field. 13 minutes, 21 seconds left here in the first half in this second round game between the Tomball Wildcats and the Melissa Carters. The winner of this one advances to the championship game. Pass across the middle, caught again. Did he get away from the first man or not? It was close as to whether he was tagged, but they're going to spot him short of the 15, so that'll bring up a third and, about 1. You see there's on a replay. Nice, he did get tagged on the first one, so we could see that. That's great. Instant replay. Every game here on Look Live Streams. 12 minutes, 40 seconds. Going to be joined by Eric Strelski here momentarily. 4 wides to the right-hand side. Looking this way. Drag route across the middle. Caught inside the 15, down close to the goal line. I think you're going to spot him about 5 yards short. And that'll bring up a first and goal to go. Yeah, this is better. I mean, we can drag back this way a little bit so you can see. All right. All right. Eric Strelski, 1,200 teams, brother, 69 teams, 1,200 athletes, and what a beautiful day for football, man. Did you sleep last night?
Well, you got me clear?
Yeah, we're good.
Well, district track meet last night up in Clifton, but yes, we're good. Everything's smooth. The man Ricky Bottoms has got us ahead of schedule, which is #1 priority right now. So
pass into the end zone, incomplete. I'll bring up second and goal to go. First game, Melissa won 24-6 over University here in the JV division, junior varsity division. #1 seed Tomball taking on Melissa here in the second round. They'll take on the winner of Waco versus the Texas Panthers, a 2 and 3 seed matchup. So lose and go home, is that right?
We're just lose and go home.
In bracket play. Pool play, everybody got to play how many games this morning?
It's a 3-game guarantee, so 2 pool play games, and then you go into bracket.
I got you.
So as you said, you got Melissa. So Melissa won the first game against University, 24-6, and now you got Melissa versus Tomball. It's going to be a good one.
Stack formation here to the right side. Trips. Looking. Needs to get it away. Into the end zone. Picked off.
3 points.
Tomball. They're going to take it back. It's at least 3. Can he get to the corner? I think they got him. Did he?
That's a touchdown because the quarterback is invincible on that play because he doesn't have a helmet. Carry.
Got you.
Sorry.
So they're going to give him pick 6?
It's a touchdown.
Okay, so that's 6 points for Tomball. Boy, what a swing of momentum there, Eric. Melissa getting their way down the field right there on the lip of the cup, and unfortunately a poorly thrown ball, I guess, or ill-advised time throw, and back the other way for 6.
Yeah, and how that works is if you look, #4, the quarterback doesn't have his helmet on. Helmets are required, but we don't enforce the quarterback to have a helmet on during play. But understand, if he throws a pick, he's invincible because he doesn't have his helmet on.
So he can't make the tackle.
Yeah, he could have made the tag, but because he doesn't have a helmet on,
Right, yeah.
It's 6 points and no extra point off the 6, but they get the ball. So what's the score on this?
6-0, yeah. Just underway here, under the 10-minute mark. David Gibson, Eric Strelski, director of the Texas Champions League. And Eric, how's the Texas Champions League going so far? I know we had our first game last week. Tell us how it's looking so far.
The good thing about running a tournament right here in your hometown is that almost half the teams are from the league, so they know how we operate. So week 1, the text messages, the emails, I mean, it just flooded.
So we're going to have a ruling issue on the field, I think. Eric's going to head down to the field and check it out, see if we can't clear that up. 9 minutes here to go in the first half of play between Tomball and Melissa. And if you're just joining us, Melissa had worked their way all the way down the field, got right on the lip of the cup of the end zone, and threw a pick. Tomball picked it off right in the center of the field, ran the other way, and because the quarterback was not wearing a helmet, he was not allowed to tag the player, so the player got 6 points. So it's 6-0 right now. Tomball on top, and the ball goes back over to Melissa. We're under 9 minutes, 8:44 here to go. David Gibson with Look Live Streams. Got Clay Gibson on the board. Robert Stone on camera. Daryl Todd down in the end zone on a third camera. There's a deep ball caught inside the 15-yard line. Did it get in the end zone? I think they're going to mark him just short. But, man, Melissa has figured out the deep ball after struggling in the first game. Let's go back and take a look at that instant replay. Quarterback patience. Did he get it off is the question. I think they're going to say he didn't. Rough break there. Gorgeous throw and catch right down the middle of the field. And but unfortunately, it's for naught. So a couple bad breaks here for Melissa early in the first half of play. They throw the pick six in the end zone and then get the, I guess what would have been about a 43-yard pass completion called back on a 4-second violation. But it does speak to the fact that Melissa is starting to click in their offense. We mentioned a moment ago that they struggled in the first game against University a bit, especially in terms of that deep ball. They probably missed, I guess we would say, at least 4 or 5 deep passes that were wide open wide receivers and just simply overthrown. That time, a gorgeous catch down in the middle of the field, but goes for naught. Second down and 15 now. Looking for some yardage, incomplete, threw about a 5-yard pass there, incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd and 15, the danger number, if you will, in 7-on-7. You want to make sure you're 3rd and less than 8 if you can. 3rd and 15 means you're in a little bit of trouble. Basically like facing 4th and 15, or 4th and 10, if you will. This game against Tomball and Melissa in the second round of the junior varsity bracket play. Melissa now, big play here in the game, trailing 6-0. Looking deep, lofted down the middle of the field once again, wide open on that deep route across the middle and incomplete. So that's going to be a turnover, and the ball go back to Tomball. They get a chance to add to that 6-point lead. So, you know, Eric, we were just talking that couple of tough breaks for Melissa. They drive down the field, throw a pick in the end zone that goes back for 6, and then they have the deep 40, about a 40-yard pass called back on the 4-second violation. So just just inches away here from being right in the middle of that ball game.
Yeah, right now you got to collect yourself, control what you can control, and get out there and play some football. A lot of time left.
Tomball going right for the end zone right off the bat. Had a man behind 2 defenders, but slightly overthrown as we dip under the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, I apologize for having to shoot out there.
No, you're good. Well, can you talk about what's going on?
Yeah, so, again, the quarterback doesn't have his helmet on, so he's invincible. He's invisible. Mm-hmm. And there was a kid running in front of the guy that picked it off. Well, there's nobody in front of that kid. Even though the quarterback's running towards the kid that was up front and the ball carrier's behind, the quarterback's irrelevant. He's not on the field at that time because he doesn't have a helmet on.
So did he impede is that what it was?
There's no impediment because the quarterback is invisible.
I see. There's a pass. Nice catch there on the far side. Complete. Down into the second zone. Be first and looks to be about 10 or so. Here we go. Pass looking to the near side. Fired on an out. Caught. Close to another first down. They're going to spot him just short, I believe. He's right out there. Mark him just shy of the 15. So literally about a foot where the official. Nope, they're going to signal to go ahead and say first down. And they move the ball forward. So first and goal to go from about as far away as you can be now. About the 15.5-yard line, if you will. As we dip under the 4.5-minute mark, David Gibson with Eric Strelski, director of the Texas Champions League, and helping run a heck of a tournament here today.
Yeah, it's a busy one. It's definitely a busy day. Getting text messages left and right, make sure we're running everything right. As long as we stay on time and we enforce the rules, that's the number one priority. So if we enforce the rules, we're good.
People want something they can depend on, right? Consistency, and that's what you're saying, basically.
And because there's so many fields, and I've got 3 field managers going right now, 1 per every 2 fields.
There's a pass into the right corner of the end zone, touchdown, Tomball. And Eric, you can get a pretty good look here why they're the number 1 seed, getting excellent quarterback play and wide receivers running great routes.
Yeah, they're definitely disciplined.
Here's another look at it.
and they've probably been playing for a while. So yeah, that's great.
Another
That's
look
awesome.
at it on the instant replay there. Going under 3.5 minutes here. We'll see if they go for. Looks like they're going to be going for 2 here. 12-0. Tomball on top of Melissa, and what would be a seeding upset. 1 versus 4.
And look, Melissa, I think they just struggled in pool play. I mean, they're just as capable of being a 1 seed. They're really, really talented. Coming a great program up there in Melissa, and then obviously the facilities are.
Jump ball in the
my
end zone.
goodness.
What a catch! Let's take a look at that one on the CF Supply replay if we can here.
Oh my goodness!
Eric,
look
check
at
this
that.
one out. Let's see if we can get a look at it. That guy, it looks like he's about 6'4", $180. He goes up high and gets the completion. Look at that
Oh,
elevation. Gorgeous catch.
Beautiful. And look, that right there is the reason why we have you out. So that way
I'm
we
just
can
glad
get
the fans got to see it twice. I mean,
Yeah.
that's excellent. Great football there. 2:42 left here in the first half, and Tomball goes up 14-0.
Melissa's going to drive the ball right here. They're going to go down there and score.
Well,
it's
that's
hard
the-
for them not to score.
That's the thing, though. I mean, and against University, I don't know how much of that you got to see, but they really struggled connecting and or with drops. But then they opened this game to go right down the field. That's why that pick 6 was so disappointing for them.
Well-coached team. Well-coached team. They're going to be fine.
Here we go. Got to get rid of it. I don't believe he did that time.
Beautiful defensive play there. Yeah, if the quarterback gets the ball up just a little bit, put it over that shoulder, and there's 6 points right there.
Eric, we've talked about how big this tournament is, biggest ever for Premier Events USA by a large margin, right?
Yeah, the record. So we own the record for almost excuse me, for almost 1 year. We had 46 teams after our tournament last year for the first time ever in Central Texas. Houston broke it last week with 55, and then we come back this week and we're at 69 teams, and we had to turn teams away.
Why do you think this particular part of the state? I mean, obviously you're working your tail off. We know that. I mean, you guys are doing a great job. But why do you think this is having such success right now? I mean, it's not located in the biggest city in the state, right? But it's right. You say, I mean, it's on fire. 7-on-7 Central Texas is on fire right now.
I think the saying for the 7-on-7 Texas Championship League is all eyes on CTX, Y22, and you're seeing the reason why, because teams are coming to us to play football. Here's the thing you got to think about, and this is what I keep preaching. Look at the location.
Yeah.
Look at I mean, we're on I-35. I'm less than half a mile off. Look at that down on field 3. Beautiful catch. We're at less than a half a mile off of I-35. I mean, you come from Houston, it takes from San Antonio, Austin, Dallas. We're right here. So now here's what I'll tell you about this tournament. We've been preaching school-based divisions. From what I know and the people I've talked to, we have 11 divisions today. Most tournaments, that's unheard of. It's definitely the biggest and most divisions that Premier Events has ever.
What's the
ever
youngest
had.
bracket? What's the youngest division?
Your 8U division is your youngest bracket.
Okay.
Now, what's impressive about this is when you talk to Melissa, you talk to Tomball, you talk to Lorena, you talk to Waco, you talk to A&M Consolidated, you talk to Academy Bumblebees. What's impressive about this tournament is that we have school-based divisions split off. So we don't have select/open teams playing against school-based divisions, and that's what 7-on-7's been missing. And our vision, our goal is to build up as many 7-on-7 school-based teams as possible so they can play with their own. For example, my Lorena 7th grade boys, they've been playing together since they were in 3rd grade, So it's nice when you go and compete against another school. I mean, Academy Bumblebees earlier today.
That's a great football team, man. They had a great year last year.
Look, they got 4 8th graders playing on their 7-on-7 team today in the varsity division.
Wow.
They opened up with a win over Waco, High School, and then they came back and beat Consol somehow in a varsity game.
I mean, have you seen their quarterback, though? That kid's salty down there
and
right
if
now.
I'm not mistaken, he's a sophomore.
Yes. I mean,
so very talented.
he gave Lorena trouble. I mean, not very many teams gave Lorena trouble, but he did.
Yeah.
And he's a heck of a player. In fact, they almost
3 rounds deep.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, heck, as a Lorena guy, we were rooting for him.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's I mean, they're really good. They're talented. So.
Yeah. Well, so we are in between games here. About a minute left. David Gibson with Eric Ostrowski, director of the Texas Champions. I'll tell you what. Here's what you were saying, Eric, about the high school-based teams. You talk about the pageantry and the passion of Friday Night Football. You can literally bring that to 7-on-7 if you're more school-based, right? Because now the whole community starts caring about the team. It's not just necessarily the parents and the extended family and friends and everybody. Because you're representing, like in particular, Melissa here or Tomball or in town here, China Spring or Lorena, right? I mean, you get that extra amount of attachment, which is important if you're going to build a fan base, I think.
Yeah, so here's what I'll tell you. And I've got one of my 707 mentors telling me all the time, pool play don't mean nothing. But if I'm the Academy Bumblebees, I'm all over social media right now talking about how I already beat 2 5A schools.
Oh, heck
and
yeah.
I'm a 3A school. That's what's awesome about 707.
Yeah, I agree.
So you take the lineman out of it. It's all skill position, quarterback play. It's awesome. It's huge.
About to get back underway here. Just 5 seconds away from the start of the second half. David Gibson, Eric Strelcy. Eric's going to take a leave again. Appreciate you, Eric. Thanks for joining us in the booth. And we are back underway here in the second half. About to get things underway. I want to remind you, we are multi-streaming today. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Here's a deep ball right off the bat. Man wide open, overthrown in the end zone, incomplete. Tomball looking to strike early here in the second half. They'll be facing a 2nd down and 15. $14:30. David Gibson with Look Live Streams. We are excited about being here in Central Texas today. Giving some young men the exposure they've earned, they've worked for here in 7-on-7 play. Looking for some short yardage across the middle. Caught, though, near the first down. I think he's going to pick it up. Right on the line there. Started running horizontally. Don't know if he quite got across it. I think they're going to mark him just short. So it looks like 3rd down and about a yard.